Hello everybody, in this video I want to talk about Battlefield 2042, and the thing that actually concerned me the most, actually it's related to the size of the map in some way, is actually team play. In Battlefield, one of the things that I enjoy the most, especially by the way in Battlefield 3 and especially in the close quarter maps, is that there were classes. For example, there were Assault, which actually was able to heal. Other classes weren't be able to heal. There was, for example, the support guy, who actually had the ammo crate. So without this, if you are stuck, for example, you don't have ammo, you need this class there near you to continue providing you with ammo. The thing is that in Battlefield, for example, Battlefield 3, there are many situations where we have kind of a stalemate, right? Especially the small map, we have stalemate. Of course, Operation Metro is very known for that. And in order to really kind of be able to support the current situation without being overrun, we really need different type of classes being near each other. And sometimes for strategic use, for example, the Raccoon class, it was used to actually turn up the pace of the battle and the state of the battle in general, and allows you even to create a really unique strategy in order to win in certain maps if you position the Raccoon beacon properly and other players can actually spawn on it. And it's type of a unique thing as an arcade game, of course, arcade shooter, that really make Battlefield really unique and strategic and really fun to play with others. But on the big maps, I have a really big concern. And of course, I played this map on the beta, and this will be the same map, of course. I don't expect anything really to change. Other than, of course, we have different game modes, but the thing is that the game mode is so important because it's supposed to create a certain situation for players that will actually want to stay together, support each other during the fight. If not, it's just gonna be like a Call of Duty played on a really big map. And I know it sounds silly, but that's actually how it felt like playing on this map. And that's why what I usually enjoy doing is just shooting helicopters. And that's how you actually get multi-kills. Just shooting helicopters, and it was kind of fun because everything was so far away. So at least I can hold a weapon that I can actually shoot enemies because most of the map was just kind of felt like empty, and then I'm searching for enemies and I can't find them usually far away. But of course there are areas on the map, kind of choke points in the area where you expect enemies to be, usually in areas that are closed, like the tunnel there in front of us, the building on the right, the top building on the left where snipers are located. So there are some choke points where players actually prefer being. But this, I mean, like being behind cover most of the part. And the thing is that most of the action is actually taking place there. So all this wide open space is empty because most of the players are actually staying in those places. The map is so big, they just don't want to get exposed. And exposed of what? Well, for example, snipers on the buildings, areas that are not easily accessible. It's not easily accessible unless you take, for example, you have a plane and you can drop. But the map is so big that you need to walk so long that by the time you get to the place, you're probably going to get shot. Maybe by a sniper, but maybe an enemy that you just couldn't see. And the other thing is that if some players already get a point, for example, like a specific building, there are probably going to be a few enemies that already control this point. So in order to control it, you need another group in order to take it, because otherwise you will be outnumbered. And this can be an issue, especially if you're not playing with friends together, for example, or in a certain group, because the game, let's say this particular map, with my experience, didn't support it almost at all. And the thing is that it really didn't feel like I'm playing Battlefield. It really felt like more like, again, as I told you, like Call of Duty on a big map, of just a Battle Royale map. Really, this huge map of Battle Royale, and that's it. And I was disappointed. And I felt that if this is what I'm going to get, well, I'm going to be very disappointed when I'm going to play the game. However, we need to still wait and see the other game modes and the other maps and play them. But the thing is that big, really huge maps needs to be really well designed, because otherwise it's just going to be a disaster. It's going to be frustrating for players because you're always going to be alone. Players don't really care where you are going. They're going on their own, just searching for just kills, and that's it. And that's it. You're going to find yourself maybe getting multi-kills by just shooting a chopper or something. Nobody going to revive you anyway. Even in the beta, nobody cared. Everybody just focusing on themselves. I mean, why revive? You're not going to play as a team anyway, right? So, I mean, of course there is a reason for the tickets and stuff, but people don't care about that. You need to understand. Most don't. Maybe it's going to be like a trophy for reviving. I don't know. Many people will care because they need to get some experience for something and get rewarded for this. Then people will start reviving. But otherwise, the reason for people to revive each other is it need to come for the essence of survivability. They need you. They need you to stay combat. Otherwise, they're going to be overrun. That's the situation that should be in a game of Battlefield. Now, of course, there are people who really enjoy doing it, helping support, of course. But the thing is that it needs to come from necessity. And this is part of the fun that I really enjoy with Battlefield. But usually you see this happening in the smaller maps rather than big maps. Well, so this is it. Team play seems like, at least for my experience with this particular map, almost non-existent. And this is very frustrating because otherwise, if I want to get kills and fast, I'll jump into Call of Duty game and I can get lots of kills very, very fast. And this is just kills, and that's it. Of course, the time to live is very, very short, but again, this is for everyone in most part. Maps are very small, I can shoot, enjoy like the feeling of just eliminating other players with the weapon of my choice, and that's it. So what makes Battlefield unique and interesting? Well, of course, having all the vehicles and big maps, but again, team play is very, very important. You just not rush, kill something, die, kill something, die. You really want to kind of feel the support of being able to play with others together as a group. And actually, in that aspect, there are some games that have much better result in that aspect, even for bigger maps. And I actually play a Hell Let Loose, and there, although there's a huge map, the game was really designed to actually force the player to stay together. They know they're going to be easily overrun if you just go solo. So everybody kind of tied together, go and stay with each other to support each other, and it really felt great. I really, really enjoy it. And that's the thing, that there's a difference between Battlefield 2042, this particular map that I play, and for example, Hell Let Loose. And I really wanted to feel the same thing on Battlefield. So I hope to try out the different game modes, and hopefully if something will fit better for this map and the other maps. We need to wait and see. I really like, by the way, Capture the Flag personally, because it does actually force players to come and capture certain points, preferably faster with other teammates, hold it, and go together to capture another point, because again, players are waiting for you. So again, some game modes might be better than others. Of course, I'm not talking about deathmatch. I'm talking about really game modes that really kind of enforce players into team play. So I'm optimistic that it will be okay for some maps and some game modes. And again, I can always just play those maps. And especially now that we have Portal with the different customizations, I'm sure there are going to be plenty of players who will just prefer playing Portal, play their favorite maps and different game modes that they enjoy playing. I think most part that's what they do. They just choose the maps that they enjoy playing the most and just spend most time on those maps. I can tell you from my experience that Caspian Border was one of my favorite maps. Amazingly designed, you know, with the river there and the lushy areas of the trees where you can actually find enemies. There's even a bit of elevation. So it was amazingly well-designed map. Amazingly well-designed map. And actually don't mind having this type of map with the same kind of design of the different rocky areas and the trees on a Battlefield map, rather than something that's hugely open and it doesn't matter what you actually put in there. You can put some crates and stuff, but still it's really wide and open. You are going to expose yourself anyway in most situations. So what are you going to do? Just hide, and eventually you're going to go out of cover and somebody can actually shoot you down, and there are plenty of time to actually do that. And on top of that, I do expect for DICE to actually add more maps to the Portal in DLCs and upcoming DLCs, of course. They need to kind of buff it up with some amazing classic maps. I think they'll do that. We can expect them to do that in an later update. So this is it. So yeah, big disappointment when it comes to team play on the bigger maps. But in some way, I can expect that unless some game modes will actually make it more essential for players to actually stay together, and we see how it works. But again, if it doesn't work, I probably won't be playing those maps, and probably be spend most of the time just on the classic maps. But the thing is that there's a new battlefield, right? What you want to do is kind of have something really great, something new. This is great, something that you say, oh my god, these new maps on the Battlefield 2042 are amazing. I actually want to spend more time on those maps because they're designed so well. This is something new and exciting. Not saying, oh my god, this is all disappointing maps and just jump into Portal. You just feel like all right, why am I buying Battlefield 2042 for? Just for the Portal? Well, Portal is a great idea, by the way, and some people probably spend most of the time there. So everything is an option, but I feel this right now, based on what I see right now, I'll probably be disappointed with the maps, but I'm still optimistic. So waiting for your comments below. What do you think about team play in Battlefield 2042, especially when you play the beta and based on the information that we know until now? Let me know in the comment section below. Tell me, have you decided to buy Battlefield 2042 yet, or you're just waiting for the early reviews and maybe just see the 6 or 7 and then decide, nah, this is not for me. I'm going to skip this one. Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you very soon on the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Cheers. Bye-bye.